Hello Libra, and welcome to my channel Inspiring Life Changes. My name's Colette and I'm here today to do the love reading for Libras who are Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and cusp energy of Libra, and the person that you have your energetic strongest heart connection with at this time, Libra. I'm just going to say that before I've started the reading, I've had to completely rearrange my whole setup. I don't know what's going on, and I'm hoping that this video isn't going to be too hazy. I've had to rearrange, move things around, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with your energy, Libra, whether you're feeling like you're needing to move things about in your home, in your environment, whether you're unsettled at this time as well. But if you don't know where your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and cusp energy is, there is a free natal link in the description box down below for you to check that out for yourselves, because it always helps to get a bigger picture. I'm going to be kind of a little bit like it feels like I need to kind of settle into this new environment, basically, this new way of doing the reading. I know it probably doesn't look any different, but everything is set up in a different kind of way. I even like having to bring the cards in so that they don't get caught in the glare. Last reading I did, there was a real kind of haziness for the new moon reading that just happened, so I don't know if you've watched that reading, but there is kind of like this haze, and it still looks like there's a haze today as well, and I don't seem to be able to do anything about it, but I have kind of moved everything around, so we'll see how it goes. So Libra, back to your actual reading. You and the person that you have your strongest energetic heart connection with, so that will be the cross watcher. If there's anybody interested in a Libra, had a relationship with a Libra, or wants to have a relationship with a Libra, then this reading could also be your story that is being told. I am using 2 decks of cards. This deck of cards I'm using for Libra, and then for yourself at the bottom we have the 8 of Wands, which is an energy. It's in reverse here, so it's kind of saying lack of communication, lack of action, things not moving, things not happening. Maybe that's why possibly you need to change the energy around you at this time, Libra, to get things moving and shifting. Sometimes it does help. And on the bottom of the deck of cards that I will be using for yourself, cross watchers, or the person that Libra has their strongest energetic heart connection with, we have the Knight of Cups, which is talking about somebody coming in, possibly wanting to make things better, possibly wanting to start a relationship, restart a relationship, say how they feel. It's that kind of energy. So this could be your energy, cross-watcher, or this could be Libra's energy. I have to see how the reading comes out. So the overall energy with the love cards, the cup cards that I have here, whoops, sorry, glare, that's what I mean, I'm gonna have to kind of get used to where I'm putting these cards again. So the overall energy, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So it's saying to me that at this time somebody isn't feeling particularly emotionally connected to something. There's a disconnection here. Somebody's not allowing themselves to feel that emotional connection at a heart level, even though it may still be there. And I will just say as well that when it comes to energetic heart connections, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're still still physically with that person. It can be something that you still have that strong connection to that person on an energetic level. So you may not have cut the energetic ties with this person, and there's still strong feelings there, but they're not being acknowledged, they're not being reciprocated, they're not being allowed even. It's like a holding back here, I feel. Somebody is not allowing their emotions to express themselves, which is interesting because I actually got, during the meditation I was doing earlier, I got the expression, how's it put? Put down the sword and pick up the pen. So I don't know if that means anything to any of you. It could be to do with needing to communicate, needing to say how you're feeling. But that's what came through. So the first card that we have here is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And I'm doing the Celtic cross, by the way. The Seven in reverse for me is saying that, again, it's that energy of something not being acknowledged or not being reciprocated. It's like the harvest that is there or has been there that is no longer being reaped, like the rewards are no longer being reaped. It's like something has just kind of come to a halt in a way with this card, but you have it over with the Empress over the top here as your crossing card, your challenging card here is this beautiful Empress energy, who is very much about abundance and very much about giving from her heart. She's all giving, the Empress, but it is crossed. It is the challenge here. So whether this is the challenge for both of you or whether this is a challenge for you at this time, Libra, because it has also got the Venus symbol here as well. You see here there's the Venus symbol, which is of course the planet, your ruling planet, Libra. Planet of values, relationships. And she's staring down into that circle there as well. She's like really looking down at it. You can see that there, the way she's kind of looking into that circle, which is kind of empty as well. It's kind of like the circle is empty. It's kind of like how it's coming through is with this Seven of Pentacles. That what was there, what was the abundance, that what was feeding you and this relationship and this connection, it feels is like no longer there, no longer happening. Again, going back to this Queen of Cups energy as well, this disconnection is how it's coming through, that somebody's not reaping the rewards from this. That somebody's inner Empress, male or female, could feel as though it's been neglected, not recognised, not given the value that it deserves, she deserves. Maybe not given enough time, energy. Because the Seven, it is about reaping the rewards, it is about the harvest. But when it's in reverse, it's kind of saying that the harvest is no longer available. That there is no more giving within this, and especially with this Empress over the top as well. It does feel as though something is no longer being fed, nurtured, Feels like an emptiness is how it's coming through. In your head, Libra, and what you're aware of at this time, you have 3 cards come out for you here. We have the 5 of Cups, which is that card of focusing on the negative, focusing on what you don't have, which again could also be this 7 here as well. You're kind of seeing these 3 cups here as this same energy here in a way. It's like the spilt energy, something that is no longer available. It's been spilt onto the ground. It's like gone. It's like it can't be returned because it's soaked into the earth. It's gone. It's no longer available. But what is still available are the 2 cups that are standing in the background here. But because this is in reverse as well, it does feel as though this person, whoever this person is, who is feeling this real sadness, sorrow, sense of hardship within the relationship as well, I'm getting here. Sense of things being too difficult. Because it always looks to me as though this person is literally on his knees and praying, but it's in reverse as well. So it's kind of saying that there's a sense of giving up on those 2 cups. Like no longer acknowledging those 2 cups, no longer wanting to, like, again, this sense of kind of blocking things off. Because we also have the moon in reverse. And the moon can talk about secrets, things that are hidden, things that are not seen. Particularly for me when the moon is in reverse. Because for me the moon in reverse implies the dark moon, the no moon. The period of time where we are in the darkness. We're not seeing things clearly. There is no light. And it's also a time with the moon in reverse as well for reflection, which could also be this energy here, reflecting on these 3 spilt cups down here, and focus very much of the attention on those 3 cups at this time, Libra. Because it's followed as well by the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And so the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, along with the 5 and the moon, is kind of saying to me that there's a sense of giving up on something here, a sense of, because you may not have all the answers that you need or the information, or something isn't forthcoming here, you may feel that there is no point. You may feel as though it's kind of pointless, it's worthless, it's no, what is the point of me putting in my time and my energy when I am not going to get any rewards for it at the end of the day? It's quite possibly how you're feeling here, Libra. And we have the Ace of Wands as your past energy, what you're moving away from, what you're leaving behind. Again, it's in reverse. So it could be that you have really tried to put some desire and passion, that you really wanted something to come to life here. You really wanted to make something more than what it has become. That you were willing to create something that you felt passionate about, but slowly, kind of over time, that passion has kind of dwindled away. It feels with the Ace of Wands, there always needs to be something where you can actually put that energy into, direct it into something, because if it doesn't get that channeling, that it's needing, then it will just kind of filter out. It will just kind of disappear. Like the energy will just kind of die. And that's also what I'm feeling with this Seven of Pentacles energy here as well. Kind of like things dying on the vine. And underneath it we have the Hierophant in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. So the Hierophant in reverse again is saying that there was like a non-commitment energy here. And whether that was your energy, Libra, because this is in the subconscious realm as well. So you may have felt that you were putting in all this kind of desire and passion and drive and action and actually kind of really wanting to create something, but at the end of the day, on a deeper level, you kind of knew that this commitment was kind of just draining rather than feeding yourself, rather than feeding your well-being and the relationship in general. It kind of feels as though it was it kind of feels as though it was making you feel, again, that sense of not being a part of something or not being the right part of something, not fitting into something. Am I getting here? Like a, yeah, like a square in a round hole, or like a circle in a square hole. It's like you didn't fit the expectations, maybe. But the Queen of Pentacles is also saying that on some level, it kind of helped you to realize your needs in this. And that you weren't going to get your needs met by this. This is earth energy. This is somebody who's very grounded, very confident in who they are. This could be the person that you were involved with here, Libra. Pentacle energy, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Like kind of coming through with this peacock in the background as well, almost like you again kind of weren't seen, weren't acknowledged, didn't feel valued. So you took your pentacle or you're in the process of taking that pentacle, you're thinking about taking that pentacle and doing something else with it, feeding yourself in another way, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself here. You have the Two of Swords as the energy moving in. And again, the moon is in the background behind those swords there. You can see that. Moon just kind of behind there. And this could also be that communication energy. There is something that needs to be decided. There is something that needs to be, like your mind needs to be made up on something here, Libra. Which, being a Libra, may not be the easiest thing for you to do. You're kind of caught in the middle. You can see both sides of a situation, or of this situation. So you may feel as though you're guarding yourself here as well. But this could also be that feeling that I was getting earlier of like putting down the sword and picking up the pen. And whether that's just that you need to write something for yourself to kind of, how can you put it, to kind of make something feel more final, or I'm kind of getting it as an energy of like making two lists is what I'm seeing, is two lists, like pros and cons of a situation or of a relationship, rather than kind of acting on blind faith or trusting blind faith here. It kind of feels as though there needs to be something a lot more practical, which may also be this energy here as well. The Queen of Pentacles is very practical. So there may be somebody here who's also helping you out in a situation, who is very practical minded, who can give you not just support, but very kind of practical, like down to earth advice. Like, if you do this, then that will help you to see things in a different way, which is also what this card can be as well, needing to see things in a different way, which is why she's also got this kind of mask over her eyes here. Because otherwise you just repeat the same pattern, the same scenario. And underneath this we have the 5 in your environment at this time. The 5 of Pentacles. The card of feeling as though you're left out, not a part of something, as I was saying earlier. This could also have something to do with this Hierophant energy as well. Feeling as though you don't fit in, you don't belong. Also could feel as though you're being pushed out of something as well, particularly when it's in reverse. You could be feeling as though you're being pushed out of a particular group of friends or a family situation. That somebody is kind of pushing you out of that circle. Making it hard for you to be around the same people. If you have been in a situation where you were kind of, all your friends were the same friends, and when you split up in that kind of circle, it can often be difficult to kind of keep the same friends and the same like family situations as well. If you were very close to the family, it could also be a situation of feeling as though you're being pushed out from that, what could have been a supportive energy, Libra. So you may be feeling quite kind of isolated at this time as well. Like your support group or support like the people that you would lean on and would be there for you are kind of not as easily attainable, or you may just feel as though it's easier for you to just shut yourself off away from all of this energy at this time in order to kind of deal with it more on a personal like single personal level, like just sorting it out on your own. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Emperor in the energy of your, how other people kind of see the situation at this time. The Knight of Wands is often seen as an energy of kind of in and out, can't make up their mind, which could also be this Two of Swords energy. But today it's also come through for me with a sense of courage, because it's got the Emperor energy here as well. Again, this could be somebody who is supporting you, is giving you good advice. But we have both the Emperor and the Empress in the reading here, which can often indicate like a really strong connection. It can often indicate, how can you put it, like equals, being on the same page. But the Empress is the crossing energy here. And what's interesting as well for me is the fact that the Emperor and the Empress kind of represent that masculine and that feminine energy. And the Venus and Mars conjunction that has just taken place in Leo, which can also represent this fire energy here as well, because the Knight of Wands does represent the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So something could have happened round about that time, because it is about something new. When Mars and Venus conjunct, there can be a new passion that is born. But I'm getting a sense with this Knight of Wands of something courageous, like being courageous about something. With the Emperor energy here as well, kind of making something reality. Kind of making up your mind about something and doing it. Because the Emperor also talks about kind of bringing things into reality in the sense of building and like conquering. I mean, the Emperor basically, like, you don't argue with the Emperor. He is the kind of boss energy, which could also be to do with authority as well. But I feel as though this is kind of your energy here, Libra. I know you're not a fire sign, but it kind of feels as though you could well be tapping into that Mars Leo energy that we've just had. Feeling more courageous, feeling more able to step out into the world and actually bring something together. We have the Page of Swords in your hopes and fears, and it is accompanied by the Queen of Swords as well. So again, it feels like this need for something, right, like written, something to be written, something that needs to be said. Again, Page of Swords, all the pages are young energy. They're an energy that's learning. They can be very questioning, the Page of Swords. It can kind of make you ask questions over and over and over again, which could be where you are with this backwards and forwards kind of energy. Again, the pen, the writing, the sense of, with this Queen of Swords as well, this sense of actually it doesn't feel like communication with somebody else. It feels more like communicating with yourself here, Libra. Communicating with yourself, but in a sense of actually writing something down so that you can, like, rather than it just spinning in your head, which again I feel is this Two of Swords energy here, this kind of backwards forwards decision making that you know has to happen, and it's kind of just keeping you kind of stuck, shall we say. It kind of feels as though this Page of Swords needs to actually express how he's feeling, but the best way for him to do that is to write it down. So there needs to be communication. Something needs to be said here which is being held back on, because the Queen of Swords is very much about perception, communication, seeing things clearly. She holds the truth or the sword in her hand here as well. It's upright, whereas here with the Page of Swords, the sword is upright, it's pointing upright, but it's not, because it's in this energy itself is in reverse. I feel as though it's kind of like a prickly energy, like a kind of, again, that defensive, like put down the sword and kind of pick up the pen. It's kind of how it's feeling. It's going from immature to a more mature energy here with the Queen. Again, male, female makes absolutely no difference. But that's kind of how it's coming through. And as the last two cards that we have here are the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. It feels with the Nine of Pentacles like an energy of doing the right thing the right way. Like you're satisfied with yourself, you're happy with the outcome, even if the outcome means moving on to calmer waters. Or it could be that because you've done something the right way, that you can now move on to calmer waters within this relationship. For some of you it may well be within the relationship, with others it may be that you need to move on and leave the relationship behind. But with the Three Swords on either side here, there is that kind of sense of balance, which I feel is very important for Librans. This sense of kind of balance and harmony, and knowing that, again, the fairness, the justice, that you've done the right thing, that you dealt with the situation the best way that you could, which is what's coming through for me here. There is a fear, there is a hope, there is a fear that I feel on some level that whatever you have to say is not going to be enough, or it's going to be rejected. That it won't be, that it will be kind of too small, too insignificant, or not meaningful enough, and that there will just be this kind of rejection from this person. But it's like, almost like you will know then, you will know the truth, you will know, you will get peace of mind. You will be able to make the decision that you need to make here in order to move on. Again, like I said, whether that is with this person or whether that's going to be moving on to calmer, clearer waters that have been kind of like untouched waters in a way. Where there is this sense of peace, tranquility. So let's see how this other person is feeling about the situation here, Libra. The person you have the strongest energetic connection with for Libra. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and cusp energy of Libra. And before I forget, the cusp energy of Libra is going to be on the 0 degree point moving out of Virgo, or you're going to be at the 29 degree point and moving into Scorpio. Either way, if you are a cusp energy, you may want to check out the reading that I will be putting out after this. So this person has the 7 of Wands, so they are feeling very defensive at this time, which is kind of what I was getting, this energy earlier from this Queen of Cups here, that somebody's very disconnected from their emotions and their feelings, and they're feeling very much the need to guard their emotional well-being. With this 7 of Wands here, you can see here this badger is kind of being attacked by all these foxes. Oh, glare, I'm sorry about that. By all these foxes who are kind of stepping into his space, invading his space. And I mean, this can just be like, this person may feel as though something's happened where you've overstepped the mark on something, Libra. But there definitely is this kind of defensive energy here. And it is over the top of the 7 of Pentacles and the Empress energy. So what I'm actually picking up here as well is that on some level, Libra, you may not even know what you've done, which is possibly why the moon's up here as well, because you may not be aware. You may be wondering, what on earth have I done? What happened there? Why has this person become so defensive? And they may not want to, at this time, tell you as to why they feel that way. Which isn't very helpful for you, because it just puts you in that energy of kind of despairing, not having any answers, trying to decide something without all the information. Not knowing if the conclusion that you come to within yourself is actually the right conclusion. Whether you're kind of just making that up. That's a fair few cards. 2 of Wands. 5 of Cups again. I'm going to take my glasses off. Page of Pentacles. Page of Swords again. And the 3 of Pentacles. So So this person is preparing to kind of move on from the situation with the Two of Wands. They are thinking about which direction to go, how to get there, what they're going to do, new ideas. But they have as well the Five of Cups, which you also have. And the Five of Cups is well, in this deck it's kind of holding on to something that you know you need to let go of, because she's got that fish in the bowl. And there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 2 fish in that bowl down there. I don't know if you can see that very clearly. In that bowl down there, there's these 2 fishes. And then there's a 3rd fish, which kind of represents the 3 cups as well, which we also have in this card here. But again, it came out in reverse. So both of these, both of you are feeling in similar energy. You're both feeling kind of wounded here. You're both feeling hurt. You're both feeling as though maybe that your feelings haven't actually been taken into consideration in this experience or this relationship at all. And you're both kind of coming to that same conclusion of having to let or release something here. Let something go, release it. Even though I feel there is a reluctant energy within that. Because we do also have the Page of Pentacles, and that again is in reverse. So there was a hope here, there was a kind of a desire or somebody wanting to build on this, wanting to create more from this. The pages, as I said, are all young energy, and they're energies that need to be they need to experience things in order to grow and mature. So it could also be that this person was coming from a place of not feeling particularly mature within themselves, feeling that maybe they didn't have enough to offer. Or that you didn't have enough to offer, Libra. This person may have wanted more than what they were being given, or what they felt they were being given here. Because we also have the Page of Swords again in reverse. And you, of course, have the Page of Swords over here as well, in your hopes and your fears. So it does feel like there's a lot that's not being expressed here. There's a lot that's being kept, I suppose, hidden with this moon energy as well. Things that are not being revealed, not being allowed to be spoken about at this time. And with the Three of Pentacles here, it's kind of, because this is all in this person's head, it's like what they actually want is somebody who's going to be there for them, support them, give them what they need. Allow them to grow, possibly allow them to make mistakes. Well, they need to understand that sometimes mistakes are made, or you can say things too quickly. Not just you, Libra, but in general, that people can say things very quickly and not necessarily actually mean them, but in the moment they're said, they can be very hurtful. And do a lot of damage, when really all this person wants is support. Supportive partner, somebody that they can work with. Which both of you may feel is not your relationship. It may just be that the pair of you are kind of coming to some conclusions separately about all of it. We also have the Page of Cups as the energy that is leaving. So it may be with the Page of Cups that this person has also been looking elsewhere, which could be why this Ace of Wands is also in reverse. There could have been this feeling of this person no longer what's the word I'm getting here? This person's no longer seeing you as that partner, as that person that they want to give their cup to and they want to share their life with. And that kind of just I feel as though that just kind of it just fizzled out, like the passion or whatever it was that attracted the two of you to each other, which feels as though there was quite a lot of passion involved there. That you just again, that sense of just kind of stopping feeding the actual relationship, putting life into it, not actually giving it anything to... Oh, we've got something else here as well. We've got the Six of Wands. Okay. There's also a feeling here that this person may have kept coming back with the Page of Cups and Six of Wands together. I'm really kind of drawn to the whole spiral energy there. There's a spiral on his shell there. You can see that, a spiral kind of going round and round energy. But it feels like coming back, like a coming back energy, almost like somebody who knows that you kind of would just, like they'll come back and apologise. And you will just, or you have in the past, just kind of forgiven them, or just allowed them to because what I'm getting from this Page of Cups is that this person is kind of has been looking outside of the relationship. Whether or not anything actually occurred, I don't know, but there was a sense of like this dissatisfaction with both these Five of Cups, this dissatisfaction of something that is being but it's not being fed, it's not being given the life, almost like the life support it needs in a way, is how it's coming through. So you would allow this person back into your life, back into your heart, Libra. And then there was a sense of they would do it again. Almost like that, just like they needed more than what you could give them. And the Three of Wands underneath all of this. In your subconscious with the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles energy here, the Three of Wands. Again, I feel it's that sense of this person kind of looking outside of this relationship for something fresh, something new, something that's going to kind of take them away from that energy. Almost what I'm kind of getting is almost that this person couldn't walk away completely from the relationship. They would keep coming back. And in a way kind of making you feel as though you'd kind of won something, like that this was your victory. Almost a sense of I've kind of chosen you, so you should feel good about it. But at the same time, they were always kind of, it feels like they were always looking into the future for something different, something new, something that they hadn't experienced, a new adventure, a new person, a new something. Which is possibly why you also felt that there was no commitment here. That this person wasn't committed to whatever it was that you were offering. And you offered them a lot as well, Libra, by the feel of things. But it wasn't enough. Or it isn't enough. So why is the Two of Swords here? And it kind of feels as well with this Three of Wands that this person kind of going to keep on doing this same thing in their life. We also have the Seven of Pentacles again. But this time it is upright for this person. And Seven of Pentacles, again, it's that energy. I mean, it literally is here, that energy of harvesting. It's over the top of your Two of Swords, the kind of decision that you're making. It's backwards and forwards. So I feel as though they kind of come in, like I was saying, with this offer, this apology. And it makes you feel good about yourself. Because you have put a lot into this. There has been a strong commitment. Or at least from your side, I feel as though you were willing to commit to this. There's just this sense of this person just how can I put it, like reaping the rewards, getting from it what they want, like taking from it what they need. But not actually, like for you, like not actually leaving anything for you, like for the relationship, for something for the pair of you. It doesn't feel as though it's a balanced situation here. And it could be that this person is feeling defensive as well here, because it's like you found something out about this situation. It's like you've kind of woken up to something, you realised something, or you are. Which is making them defensive. Almost feels like an energy of making you feel like you're guilty of something. Like if you tell them, if you say something to them, they will kind of turn it back on you and make you feel as though you're the one that's done something wrong here, Libra. Is how it's coming through. That's interesting. Again, we've got the Eight of Pentacles come out. So there's a lot of very similar energies going on here. But again, for them, it's in the upright position. They also have the Fool energy here as well, over the top of your Five of Pentacles. This energy of you feeling left out, not feeling as though you are part of this friend situation, family situation. And with this Fool energy and the Eight of Pentacles, it feels as though this person is ready to take that leap into something. Because the Eight of Pentacles can be an energy of like starting out again. Like with the 7, it's like, where is that 7 I had earlier here? It's like reaping the rewards of the harvest. They've got what they needed here, but now they need to go and start afresh in order to take care of themselves or look after themselves, or, you know, it's like you, once you've depleted all of this, there's got to be more. You can't just ignore it. So it can be kind of going back to and kind of getting studying, but I don't know whether that's the right term that I'm looking for here. It's kind of like all of this energy here being past experiences, shall we say, all of these, because they've grown, you've put the time and the energy and the effort into something, it's grown, you've taken now you've taken the rewards for having done that, but then you need to kind of start again, like put that in the past and rebuild something new, which is what I feel that this person is thinking of doing, like with this Fool energy, and very much kind of moving past your situation here, Libra. Like they're not, I don't feel as though they're I don't feel as though they're including you in this energy. This leap into their new, as of yet, unexperienced world, which is what I'm feeling with this 8 of Pentacles and Fool together. Like this person's ready to go out and create something new for themselves, something different for themselves. And kind of leaving you almost in a way high and dry with this 5 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups upright. So that's the same Queen here, but this time she's in the upright position. Over the top of your Knight of Wands, which I felt was this courageous energy. Courageous energy, this need to be courageous and this need to call on your own Emperor energy here, Libra. Possibly to stand up for something. With the Queen of Cups energy over the top here as well. I do feel as though this person is again, like ready to experience new experiences. Like not, I feel as though they don't want to be emotionally tied. Cups energy, of course, relates to the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Very intuitive, very instinctual. Going with the flow is kind of how I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it. It's like this person just wants to go with the flow. They just want to if this is what I want to do now, then I want to go and do it. If this is how it feels, then I just want to go and do it. And possibly almost like they see you or feel you as being this almost like too sensible in a way. Libra energy is coming through here as well. They see you as being too, like, I hesitate to use the word conformist, but that's kind of what's coming through, this sense of feeling like that you drag them into like this solid world that they don't want to be a part of. And we have the world in their hopes and fears. It is in reverse. But I just get the same energy from this person. This person just really wants to have freedom. That's what they're feeling. They're feeling this sense of freedom, love for life is what's coming through here as well. Like no ties, nobody to answer to. They just want to move on. And they just want that cycle to end, whatever that cycle may be. For some of you, it could be legal matters as well with this Two of Swords here. It could be that you're having to wait for legal finalities to go through. But I get the sense that for you, there's a lot more hurt here. Libra, that there's a lot more disappointment. Let's see what we have here. I'm flying everywhere. Interesting. So we have the Emperor in reverse, which I feel is how this person sees you. They see you as somebody, I kind of got the expression of stuck in the mud. I don't know if that means anything to any of you Librans, but that's kind of how I get the feeling that this person sees you. It's almost like they see you as somebody who stops them from having fun. Stops them from being, I mean, there is this kind of courageous energy here. But you may also see this person as being too what's the word I'm getting? Too spontaneous or too exuberant, enthusiastic, like they get carried away easily. You could also be seeing that in this person. Because I do get the feeling that they really do not want, to be restricted or constricted in any way at this time. And they also have the Nine of Wands come out here as well. Nine of Wands being an energy of carrying too much burdens, too much. I feel as though this person really wants to just let loose and let free. And they may feel as though it has been quite a burden, this situation with you, this relationship that the pair of you have had together. So let's see what the astrology would like to offer as some kind of advice at this time. We have the Yod of Destiny. The Yod of Destiny. I'm just looking, I've lost my book. Where the hell did that go? Oh, sorry about that. Brightness. Okay, so the Yod of Destiny is literally like a finger of God. That's what it's called. It's called the finger of God. It's like pointing to your destiny, which I feel is what this person is, and possibly also yourself here as well, Libra, realizing that this is no longer your destiny, that this is something that needs to be recognized or let go. So it says, a person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. And the ancients believed that the Yod was an area of fate in the chart and not a particularly favourable one. Also called the Eye of God or the Finger of God, the Yod is a peculiar astrological configuration in a chart. They're quite a rare sign, actually, a Yod. Not everybody has a Yod in their chart. It's an influential configuration and implies that there is a disruptive force at work. In a sense, its astrological placement of planets is somewhat in exile from the other planetary energies because they are not harmonious with each other and therefore cause tension, which is kind of what I was feeling with this card here as well. It's kind of isolated from everybody else, being pushed out kind of energy. This can bring about feelings of intense stress and restriction. There can also be a sense of being different, feeling alone, and of being out of step with others at times. A Yod in a natal chart can often indicate being the black sheep of the family. In a reading, it means that the situation may be chaotic or may soon turn that way. It will be hard to see any clear path because of this chaos, but it will be important to weather through it all. This is not always bad because it is a process of finding what works and what isn't functioning. And that's what I felt about those two lists that I was talking about, Libra. What's working and what isn't. It's like pros and cons. That's what I was feeling with this writing out. Putting down the sword and taking up the pen, even if it's not about writing a letter to somebody. It's for your own benefit, it feels. Something that is going to give you confirmation about something. Okay, this is not always bad because it is a process of finding, what works and function. Now will be the time to be scaling things down and weeding out what is unnecessary. Which could also be that Seven of Pentacles energy that you have there as well. But more than that, this card is about finding your own truth, even though that truth may not be reflected through others. Again, this Queen of Swords energy I was talking about, finding that truth. And again, I feel as though it lies in this kind of writing of your pros and cons, your lists, your what you want, what you don't want. You may wish for more support when this card comes up, and will have to manage this all on your own. Of course, you have the Nine of Pentacles here as well, which is very much about you managing things on your own, about your self-confidence, your self-worth, and realizing that you are capable, you can do it. Especially when it's in the upright. It's like it's not an easy task, but you can get there. You're already nearly there because it's a 9. You've already come most of the journey. You've already done most of the hard work. Like with this card here for this person as well, with the 9 of Wands, it's like the pair of you have both almost got to the end of something that is going to be life-changing in many ways. Okay, another development may turn up, and that is you will prefer to work it out on your own without any interference from others. I was also saying that about this kind of isolation energy, about how you may want to just actually be on your own. So that's really interesting as well. So this card can denote a time to voyage inward and come to your own truth. There really isn't anyone who will have the tools to figure this out more so than you at this time. So now may not be the best time to take advice from others. Your inner knowing has it already. You just have to take the time to process the information to come to your own answers. At times when the odd card turns up, there will be health issues that need to be dealt with and solved before moving forward. It can be indicative of autoimmune disease, celiac disease. I'm not going to talk about that any further because it's not about medical advice. So more positively, this card means that circumstances are good for achieving your goal, but be prepared for sacrifices on your part, and not just one but several. It will not be an easy path, but it is a time to expand your focus. You have a desire for greater awareness, which will come through dedication. But patience and adaptability are necessary in making the situation work to fulfill your greater purpose, the one you were born for. Which is also what I feel this Six of Swords is saying here as well, moving away from that situation in order to be able to get clearer clarity. Become more like as you move away, as you move out of the turbulence and the storm and all that emotional turmoil, Libra, you're going to kind of move into a much more clearer minded energy of understanding something in a much clearer fashion. I'll just put that over there for now and quickly pull you a card from the Love Oracle, and you have, Libra, Secret Admirer, which is saying someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So there may be somebody who is waiting for you to finish this off, knows what you're going through, but they don't want to come in and make it any harder for you. So they're hanging back at this time to see what's going to happen. So Libra, I'm going to leave your reading there and say thank you very much for watching. I hope that it has been of some benefit and some help to you. I hope that you've got something from it. It is a collective love reading, so it may not resonate with all you Librans out there. If it doesn't, check out your moon, your rising, your Venus energy, particularly Venus, because it is a love reading. So again, link in the description box below for you to do that. If you haven't liked my videos, please could you thumbs them up for me and like them, because it really helps to get it out into the bigger YouTube platform, and the algorithms can pick it up and take it out again to other people's channels where they can be recommended, etc. So for those of you who have liked my videos, thank you very much. For those of you that take the time to thumbs it up, I really do appreciate it. It does make just that little bit of difference to me. But at the same time, it is going to help me grow my channel, which is what I'm really trying to do. So if you haven't subscribed, could you also please do that? There is a subscription button you can tap, and the bell thing will appear, and you can decide whether or not you want to see my videos or know when my videos are getting put out. And there is also a playlist for all of the videos that I have done. I do all the sun signs, I do the full moons and the new moons, both the tarot and the astrology for them as well. You will find it all on my playlist if you're interested. No dates or times on the sun readings, sun sign readings, because crap happens all the time. And so if a title resonates with you and you actually feel that it's your reading, then take it as your reading. For this reading as well, if there doesn't feel as though some of it may belong to you and some of it doesn't belong to you, then throw out what doesn't, sorry, and keep what does. And also, again, the reading itself may actually be crossed over. So remember, if the cards work better for you around the other way, then just cross them over and that's fine. And with all that being said, finally, I will say please share my videos, and thank you very much for those of you who have, and also take really good care of yourselves at this time, Libra, and hopefully I will see you again soon.